one of my homies from Boston was telling me you used to coach at Malcolm X Park.
Ooh, let's go, man.
My man
I got a
Tess.
fucking championship. And I want to, man, rest in peace to Blake, man. Blake just passed when we went up against Mission Hill. Blake just passed away, and Blake was like their center. And they used to be, they would win the championships. Mission Hill was dope. And then Benzino's team was dope.
Yeah, my man Tess was telling me, he's like, yo, ask him about if you remember Malcolm X Park and him being in there.
What?
And he said he used to
What?
be out there doing it up.
Going nuts,
That's
man.
what he told
You
me. He
kidding
said,
me?
man, he used to be in there wild.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, remember Birdie on Above the Rim?
Yeah, Birdie.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Visions of Birdie out that bitch. Because, you know, I was getting it. So I was paying my players. I was getting motherfuckers from Boston colleges and motherfuckers who's going, man, I was going ham. I was giving niggas salaries and everything.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning the championship. We won the championship one year. And the next year, I remember dudes broke the referee's arm and shit. And then we got kicked out the league.
It was over for that.
It was over.
Yeah, but my man Tess, he's from Boston. Anytime I bring your name up to anybody from Boston, it's always positive stuff.
Come on, man. I love the bean,
in the
man. You
neighborhoods.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Real talk. Listen, Boston, I really was in these streets. Like, you'd have thought I was homeless. I was in the streets hustling so much. Like,
Yeah.
I loved being outside.
It's crazy. The crazy thing is I heard you used to keep the peace too with a lot of people.
Of course, because you know what it was with me was, since I had the rap group and my father had a big reputation, everybody knew me from everywhere. Whereas that people, you know, I don't fuck with them over here. So, I mean, there'd be times where, this is a true story, my man Ronnie Quarles in Rock, God rest the dead, Rock, we at Club 48. Remember In Too Deep, the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
We at God's Club 48.
Yeah.
That my DJ would DJ sometimes, right? So, and he's still locked up, you know what I'm saying? Darryl Whiting, free God. You know what I'm saying? Me and God cool, me and Wise cool, his nephew. We in the club, and I remember Ronnie, you know, young boy from around my way, and Rock was from Mattapan. They didn't know each other, and they both wild dudes. And I remember Rock was looking at his chain. I remember Ronnie, man, up that motherfucking little, damn near little mini Mac. I jumped right in front of that bitch. You know, no, he would have shot the shit out of Rock. And I've done that a couple of times too. I've jumped in front of guns for niggas and squashed a lot.
I heard.
And the Wise Guys Project was a project that I brought a lot of the gang members together. They got money off the situation. So, you know, I mean, I was in position, I had money to do it and I was in position to do it, but really it was because people from different areas, South End, Mattapan, JP, Roxbury, they all fuck with Ray Dog. That's who I was back then. I wasn't Benzino, I was Ray Dog.
What's the difference between Benzino and Ray Dog?
Ray Dog was that's a good question, man.
Appreciate it.
Ray Dog was really somebody that was from the streets of Boston that did have pride from where I was from, that did, even though it was racist, still could see my hood and the black people as, you know what I'm saying, strong people and people, you know, I look at black people not the way white people are looking at it. I'm looking at it as like, we're the shit, you know what I'm saying? And Ray Dog was this kid that was so excited to be introduced to hip hop that really took over my life. You know what I'm saying? Like literally took over my life to where it was hip hop and it was selling drugs and I was getting money. And all the girls was fucking with me and it was just a beautiful fucking thing, man. And sure, you know, I went through a lot of, you know what I'm saying, street shit that came with that, violence, guns and fucking courts and death and everything, but that was Ray Dog. Ray Dog was the guy who was around all my Boston guys who are dead and all my Boston guys who are still living, the ones locked up, you know what I'm saying, that's Ray Dog. Benzino was after the Source came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After the Source came and I started getting some structure in my life. Started to get to see what other things, I've got to see what the world was at this point, what made men. And I've traveled around the world and got to accomplish some amazing things. Probably still wasn't mature to where I was now. So I still made mistakes at Benzino that I should have cleaned up with Ray Dog, but you know, there was so much more that I went through with Benzino, a whole new level, and this is when technology came, and a whole new bunch of challenges and downfalls and mistakes and shit. So, but definitely, you know, Ray Dog was a whole different guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I miss Ray Dog.
Do you?
Yeah. Definitely. It's not easy being Benzino, man. It's not easy being Benzino in today's time. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really a 70s, 80s guy. It's really a different guy. I was just good at adapting to all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good adapter. I know how to, you know what I'm saying, adapt, you know what I'm saying, adjust.
Do you wish more people knew Ray Dog?
Hell yeah.
Because the internet doesn't know Ray Dog.
Nah,
but when
not
I
at
talk
all.
to people anywhere around that era, they know.
But these people probably wouldn't even understand. It's fucked up because the reason why it's fucked up and the reason why this generation really don't fuck with the OGs is because of technology past the OGs. Everything stopped at the OG level. When technology came, it was like, they don't pass over. So the youngest jumped over and ran to technology.
That's a good fucking point.
It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And then we're stuck there, then we got to go run to technology to catch up.
And we don't, like, the OGs really don't.
It stopped with us. It stopped. When I'm listening to guys, it stopped with them. I couldn't know any more than what they knew. There was nothing past them. They knew it all, and that's what I knew, and that's what I was impressed with, and that's what I went with. Once technology came, it just sped past the OGs. So now the kid's gonna go to and follow the technology, and the OG's stuck there like, wait a minute, you're gonna bump your head on it. They don't want to hear that. They're already running to that.
And the OGs on Instagram, so they in
the OG is trying to adjust and catch up to them. Remember, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is like, so the OGs are literally in their 30s now. OGs are 30s now. Like that's back in the day. OGs were a lot older.
Nah. Because see again, one thing about being out there, that's where you get older quick.
No, but that's my point.
These new 30s ain't OG-ish.
But that's my point. But that's why there's no leadership. That's why everything is in disarray.
Right.
If your OG's 30 years old, I'm 30-year-old still learning.
Right. No.
We have to listen to the dudes who were 40s, 50s.
And they're not really learning because everything's going is the internet changed it.
Exactly.
It changed what an OG is gonna be, or and what like you can only getting it from there is the only way you can get it.
Yeah. You have to literally have experience outside.
Still to this day, it's not left yet. Now maybe 50 years it'll be over. When I'm gone and us guys gone, it's gonna be over, man. Like people don't realize they take us for granted, but when we're gone, it's really gonna be fucked up out here.
You can tell a lot of dudes never been punched in their mouth either.
Oh man, not even just punched in their mouth. A lot of dudes don't want to be embarrassed by anything. Yeah. If they're wrong, they're ready to kill somebody. They don't want to look wrong. They don't want to look like they're the chump. They don't want to look like they're the fucking guy that's taking the short. They don't want to look. That insecurity is what's fucking us up. Never mind taking a punch. Yeah. You ain't supposed to want to take a punch. Shit,
no, not want to.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
Sometimes when you get, like, some things humble you in life. You get what I'm saying?
Lord knows I know.
But that's my point. Like, a lot of these dudes, there's no repercussion, basically, is what I'm saying.
You wouldn't know the difference in me when I had millions and now. You wouldn't know the difference. And I look at it like, listen, God just took me. He didn't put me to the back of the line. He put me in the middle. So I'm gonna have my shot again. But he got to make sure. Listen, hey, I had a good run. I mean, honestly, from drugs to Source to TV to hell of a run. God says, Zeno, I don't know if you're taking this for granted or not. I need to sit your ass down. Yeah, man. Let's see if you can get back to that struggle, and let's see how you act like that. Because for a long time, I was getting it for a very long time. Yeah. And I shared it, and I helped, and I did everything I was supposed to do. But, you know what I'm saying? One thing about coming from the street, it's beautiful because you can always go back. It's so much beauty in the struggle and beauty in the hood, and that's what people are fucking up at. Like, it's not like you know, of course you don't want to be in the struggle, but there's still beauty in the struggle. And that's why when I lost everything and lost all that, it was nothing for me to go back. My people love me. I'm going right back to what everybody's going through.
But when I was riding in the car with you last time, you was getting calls from, and you was showing me, like, look, Four Corners. You showed me all types of from FaceTime with people from home calling.
Bro, like, listen, and all the people that I've met thousands of people from all kinds of hoods that love me and still fuck with me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful, I fuck with the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm the closest to Robin Hood that I could ever see anybody that I could think of, because I really, really, really to this day, I still get my little walkthroughs and shit. And I'm going through by myself. I'm going through the worst places, the worst lounges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going. You know what I mean? I'm doing that lounge run. You know, it pays the bills right now. I got a couple of things in the pot that's gonna pay off and get me to where I need to be. But you know what I'm saying? There's a beauty in the struggle, and that's part of the journey. And I never shied away from that. And I have no. When I had all the millions, it's nothing for me to say, well, yeah, I don't have them now, and I'm not, and I'm out here in the street. I'm out here back. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no embarrassment, no way, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got one life in this life. Yeah. And I've accomplished a lot. I have nothing to hold my head. And I still got a lot life in me and still got a lot to do. So.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate your time as always, man.
Always, man. This is number 2, baby.
For sure. We're going to keep knocking them out, too.
It's a wrap.
All right.
Yep.